Hey, girlfriend, you know who you are. You have big, big dreams. You want to write a book, stand on a TED Talk stage, be a life coach offering wisdom from your RV in Montana, a cafe in Barcelona, or a beach chair in Tulum. Your other girlfriends and your family, they don't always get your biz savvy. Why do you want to leave your JOB? Because you're a C.A.T.S, aka coach, author, thought leader, and speaker. Meet other change makers like yourself and find out how they make it happen. This is the Big Meow podcast.
Hello, friends. It's Kristen. I'm here with Dr. Lynda Reid. Hi, Dr. Lynda.
Hi, Kristen. Sorry I don't have my cat ears today.
I know you're missing all the
You
fun.
look perfect, though.
I love it. So let's just jump in. I mean, what do you mean by mental fitness? I love that idea.
Oh, I've been so blessed to be part of Shirzad Shami's mental fitness, positive intelligence coach grant program.
Okay.
And I mean, I've worked on myself for decades. And so, I mean, literally, when I took the program, Shirzad has used factor analysis to take emotional intelligence, behavioral psychology, all of those good things and bring it right down to the core of we all have a judge, we all have our sage. Our judge has 10 saboteurs that work with him, or 9 saboteurs, and our sage has 5 powers. And he's done it all in an app. And it's really transformative. When I did it myself, I couldn't believe how it helps you within a moment increase your mental fitness, quiet your saboteurs, because we all have them, and they're all convinced us that
and they're kind of noisy too, right?
Damn noisy, yeah. And they're so friggin' convincing.
Oh
and
my God.
So when we quiet them and tap into just the quietness, we get reattached to our bodies, our sage we can tap into our powers and create transformation. And I absolutely love it. I've been working with this now for within the last year, and now the app is something that I add to all my coaching programs, and my clients love it.
Okay, so where can we find this app? We all want to live with our inner sage expressed. So where can we find the app?
Well, you can find a positive intelligence coach who can help you use the app through their coaching program. So I have it within my coaching programs. I would invite anybody to contact me to have their saboteur assessment, and I would give them a free debrief and unpacking their saboteurs. Oh, yeah. And you know what's so funny is when you unpack the saboteurs, people go, oh, yeah, I'm not surprised. No, I know those voices. Or they go, oh my God, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. It's like, that's what I hate in other people. It's like, yeah, that's why. That's
that whole mirror thing going on, right? How we reflect back to us what's true about ourselves.
Yeah. And the mental fitness, what's so brilliant about it is, we all know the importance of meditation and getting that quiet time. Mental fitness happens within a moment. You can do it. You can increase your mental fitness when you're speaking to someone. You can just pause. You can tap into your breath. You can tap into your body. Like right now, I'm doing PQs on, which is positive intelligence, PQs on everything behind you, your Buddha and your lovely crystal and stuff, because noticing all those differences helps me tap into just focusing and quieting any noise that's going on.
So what is something that you would recommend to other cats who want to get into their mental fitness? Like, what's one takeaway, even if they don't do the app?
So if they're coaches, I definitely apply for Shirzad Shami's grant program. I mean, Shirzad was the CEO of, the Coach Training Institute.
Right.
For decades. And then he has created this in 2020. He decided it was time to gift the initial 6-week program to coaches. And so apply and do the program yourself. And then you have the opportunity to get the membership and use it within all your coach programs. I mean, it has totally transformed my business and improved my relationship, especially with my husband. I'm a full-time caregiver for my husband, and it helps me quiet the noise and not respond with my saboteurs. And it really, really, it takes you to another level.
So Dr. Lynda, I'm just curious, how do our saboteurs show up in our life? I mean, what are some clues that you might be allowing people to the party that shouldn't be there?
If you're not in ease and flow, if you're fear-based, if you're anxious, if you're doubting, if you're judging, if you have any negative emotions going on, your judge and your saboteurs are at the party.
And what does that do to your life? I mean, when you've got the saboteurs in charge, what does your life start to look like?
Chaos. And depending on what your saboteurs are. So for example, I've got a great controller saboteur. And when my husband through both of his cancers, my controller just went all out, and controls everything. And what your saboteurs do and your judge does is it takes your strengths and it manipulates them against you. What I've had to learn as my husband gets stronger is I have to use those strengths through my sage, with my empathy, with my understanding, with my innovation, so that my husband can gain his own strengths back. If I'm overbearing, he definitely calls me on it. My hypervigilance, that's when my judge and my saboteurs are doing my hypervigilance, I'm totally anxious and I can't breathe and I'm confused and I can't focus. If I use my ability to pay attention to his needs or details and go through my sage, I can quiet and calm and move forward nicely. Other saboteurs are like victims or the hyper rational, those people who are just black and white and don't deal with emotions because they waste your time. It's like, you need your emotions. You need to
If only,
them.
right?
Yeah. So they play with you in lots of different ways and within the moment, yet within the moment, we can catch them and call them on it. So one of the wonderful things we did in the program was I knew that my judge was a female because, like the mean girl junior high kind of female. And I knew she was probably water-based because I'm a real water person. So I realized, oh, she's Ursula the Sea Witch from Little Mermaid. And as soon as I named her,
right,
she lost her power. I mean, she has a theme song and everything.
You're like, Ursula, you are not allowed at my party, girl.
Yeah.
We're not doing that. I love that.
We're not doing the poor despicable me thing.
And then you started singing that Ariel song, right?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. Then it's like, yeah, I caught you. And so, but that's one of your powers is you intercept your judge, you intercept your saboteurs, and that way allows you to tap into your sage, and that it allows you more self-control and allows you to expand your potential.
This sounds really important because I believe that we're having an anxiety epidemic out there in the world today. I mean, the people who are reporting levels of anxiety is like off the charts. And I think that my observation, at least, is that outside influences, the world that we can't control, is feeding this anxiety. And what sounds like you're talking about is that actually, by just knowing yourself deeper, that you have more control over your response to the world and the level of anxiety in your life.
And you can control it.
Right.
One of my current clients, that was her big thing. I mean, she's a young CEO and her anxiety, and a young mother, and her anxiety was like over the top. And we're almost through we're through 9 weeks of my 12-week program. And she said to me last session, she goes, and I'm not stopping at the 12, because she said, she has totally transformed how she responds to her board, how she responds to her husband, to her other life situations. And she just knows that she can quiet and breathe and that she has potential to to be in control of her own life, and she's worth it. Oh my gosh, how many women leaders have you worked with that don't own their own worth?
Well, the inner game, I feel, is everything. I don't care if you're working in a corporate environment or you're working for yourself as a solopreneur. It is all the inner game. It's the language that you have, that you tell yourself daily. It's your mindset, your vision about where you want to go in your future. And if you can't master that inner game, it sounds like, especially with this mental fitness, you're going to spend a lot of time just having more circular thoughts and circular actions instead of really having a breakthrough.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you'll tap into the downward spiral rather than
That happens too.
learning the growth. We all have our lessons, right? And we revisit them. And just when we think we've got them, the universe will bring it back, but at a higher level so we can keep evolving.
I'm absorbing what you're saying, Dr. Lynda.
Thank you.
So what's next for you?
I'm very excited. I'm going to be revising my little book of more, and I'm going to be interviewing both clients of mine and other exceptional women leaders that I know, and sort of revamping the book based on their stories and my stories and how we create meaning, owning relationships and emotions to help us evolve.
AKA more. Right.
AKA more, my concept of more, yes.
So where can we find you?
You can find me at drlindareid.com. Easy. Or I'm on LinkedIn and Facebook under Dr. Lynda Reid, Instagram.
I love it. Super fun. Dr. Lynda, thank you so much for being on the Big Meow.
Oh, thank you for inviting me, and stay purry.
Thanks for listening to the Big Meow podcast, sponsored by C.A.T.S Network. If you liked what you heard, please take a moment to subscribe and share this podcast with your friends. You can also join our network filled with positivity and possibility. Visit www.catsnetworking.com to join us and learn more, together with your magical, motivated, and mystical new friends at C.A.T.S Network. Let's transform 1 million lives with your message. Are you feeling isolated, sitting at home in your PJs? Or perhaps you're tired of the comfy sweatpants with holes in them that are hidden just below the camera? I mean, you could puke at the thought of another day of Zoom meetings and reporting to your BOSS. Do you want freedom from your home office desk or the office cubicle? Do you want freedom from your current career? Or are you frustrated that your online biz dreams are going nowhere? It's all too overwhelming. Where do you start? All the tech, the choices, and your message. Yep, I said your message, your brand, your voice. What is it? Do you even know what that means? Do you need a biz coach but don't want to invest the big bucks? Let's face it, being a solopreneur is lonely, but you don't have to do it alone. And here's a solution. Join C.A.T.S Network. C.A.T.S Network is a woman-only membership community exclusively available to you, the life coach or executive coach, the author, the thought leader, or the public speaker. If you identify with this list or want to work on adding some of these to your skill set, C.A.T.S is the place for you. Check us out at www.catsnetworking.com. That's C.A.T.S networking.com. Because let's face it, cats are better together.